Okay, so we probably all know somebody who's either a hardworking single mother or who's had issues with past relationships. Well, my next guest says part of the problem seems to point to bad decision making and choosing male partners. She said it, not me. Men and women, though, are different, point blank. So if you or someone you know is having trouble breaking that cycle, Kongit Farrell is here this morning to help you move forward and meet the gamma male of your dreams with her book called She's Worth the Chase, 10 qualities that gamma males adore in the women they pursue and marry. Good morning to you, Kongit.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
Glad you're here with us. All right, so what was the inspiration for the book? Is it something that you drew from personally?
Indeed. It was a combination of my personal experiences and the experiences of some of my girlfriends.
Okay.
Now, we may not be perfect, but we can throw together a nice ensemble, relatively intelligent and attractive, and we just couldn't get into healthy relationships. So I noticed that it wasn't just me, but it was my Latina friends, my African American friends, my Caucasian friends, and I thought to myself, maybe there's a larger social issue at foot. And so I started to look into it, and indeed, there is.
There is. All right, so for the women out there at home who are ready to kind of turn a new page and start this process of a better life, how can they tell between, all right, so here's the thing in the book, she talks about the alpha, beta, the alpha and the beta, the gamma males. Sounds like Greek to me. Kind of decipher all of this for us.
Okay, so it may seem like Greek because those are pseudo-scientific words.
Sure.
But you already know these men. The alpha is the bad boy. They have very high levels of testosterone, which leads to impulsive behavior.
But don't we all want the bad boys? I mean, it seems like women, they want them for a reason that they shouldn't be wanting them for, right?
Well, definitely, we discussed that in the book. It is usually that biological attraction that they feel and they think, that's love. No, it's just a biochemical reaction. And you have to be very, very careful not to let that initial feeling drive you into a relationship.
What's the other end of the spectrum?
The other end is the beta male, which is known as the nice guy. You know, and they have lower levels of testosterone. They're more likely to bond, but sometimes women might not connect with a beta male as much because of the lower testosterone levels. But you understand the types, right? The nice guy.
I do.
Yeah.
The one in the middle.
Yes.
Is the gamma.
Yes.
Now, is he a combination of those two things?
Yeah, he's the ideal range.
Okay.
Right, so he has balanced levels of testosterone. So they're high enough to be intriguing and interesting, but they're low enough that they can be empathetic, they can bond, they can have strong communication skills.
How does someone go about making the right choice?
What you want to do is make sure you get to know the person. You need to take that time in the beginning before you get too involved to get to know who he is as a person and not just be caught up in that falling in love. So you want to step into love, not fall. You
want to step, not fall, because you could fall off the cliff.
You fall way down, girl.
That's a whole other story. You know, and I think one of the important things you talk about is us meaning men and women viewing each other as allies, kind of not enemies, you know, the girls against the boys kind of thing. I have a lot of girlfriends who say it's us against them. But why is this wrong?
Well, from an evolutionary biology perspective, the point of dating is to have a man and a woman come together, form a system to have children and raise the children. Now, when the feminist movement happened, for the first time in history, men and women had to compete for resources. So it created this battle, this antagonism for two humans that are supposed to function as a system, right? And so even if we're not aware of it, there's that underlying competition. And that's not a healthy psychology if you want to have a healthy relationship.
You know, it's interesting. Speaking of healthy relationship, one of the things my mother would always say is do the same things to keep him that you did to get him.
She was right,
Meaning,
girl.
some of us get a little too comfortable, right? We go to bed in the sweatpants and the headscarf every night. I'm not talking about myself here with the headscarf. But you say that maintaining your appearance and expressing your feminine side really is an important quality in a relationship. What are, with about 45 seconds left, some of the little things we can do?
First of all, like you kind of just mentioned, your feminine side, enhance your femininity. It combats that antagonism to say, I'm not a man here, I'm a female, and I'm open to being your partner. So looking feminine, taking care of your appearance, exercising.
Very quickly, what do you want to leave our viewers with? What is the takeaway here, Kongit?
Ladies have power, and most of your power in relationships come from picking the right man. And my book helps you to pick the right man so you don't invest or waste your precious time on men that won't lead to happily ever after.
Love it. Thank you so much for coming by and
Thank
sharing this
you.
terrific information. Let me ask you very quickly, have you picked the right man?
Oh, most certainly have.
Ooh, got the ring on
Indeed.
her finger to prove it. A big ring, too.
Indeed.
Well, Kongit, great meeting you.
Thank you. It was great meeting you.
All right, and for more information on Kongit or the book, please visit the website KongitFarrell.com.